Many parents-to-be do not feel they are financially, emotionally, or physically prepared to parent their babies. Since 1943, Catholic Charities has helped young women and men explore and pursue adoption, the permanent, legal placement of children with families who will raise them as their own. We work with time-tested professionalism to help birth parents carefully consider the serious decision of adoption. Catholic Charities believes that birth parents should receive confidential and caring support in their decision-making process. Catholic Charities believes placing a child for adoption is a loving and unselfish decision by birth parents. Our process, which may include medical care, counseling, foster care, and post-adoption counseling, is one of openness that encourages a lifelong connection between the birth parent, the child, and the adoptive parents. We believe this benefits everyone involved.
Because for a woman to have a baby, give birth to a baby, and give that baby to someone else to raise, is the hardest thing you ever do.
Because you're always gonna, in the back of your head, want to do what you want. And I guess in some sense prove to people that you can do it, you can raise your own child no matter how old you are, and you can do it, but it's not always what's best or fair for anybody.
I wouldn't trade the time I had with her for the world. I really wouldn't. And I mean, I think that was an important part in the relationship with my daughter, because I felt like I got to know who she was. And I realized, you know, that adoption was the best thing for her and for me and her father.
The hardest part of it was knowing that there would be a child in this world that I would not be taking responsibility for. But we met the adoptive parents, and they still are more than wonderful, and it's been a very good experience, and so it was a bad experience turned good, but everybody at the Catholic Charities made all the difference. It was really great.
You tell whoever your social worker is that basically like what you want in a family, you know, you would tell them just anything really that you're looking for, or they try to match and they take whatever you tell them you want, you know, in the family, then they'll take that and match it up with families that they have.
It just felt right. I think I've heard that from other girls too who have placed, that it feels right. You feel that click, that connection. You think this is the right family for my baby. And I mean, every time I read it, it was more things that I saw I wanted in a family for my child. You know, more things we had in common, that a sense of humor. You know, they were both educated, and her mom could be a stay-home mom, and they didn't have any children, they couldn't have children. So it just, you know, it turned out to be the right choice.
Well, for the first 6 months, I was in complete denial. I didn't even acknowledge the fact that I was pregnant, and I hid it from my parents for a very long time, well, until I was 6.5 months. So when I finally told them, they asked me, what's your plan? Because I guess they figured, you know, you've had 6.5 months to think about this, you know, and I told them I didn't have a plan. So I think like the next day, my mom went to work and she started looking on the internet just for counseling, because she didn't know how to deal with a situation like this. So she found Associated Catholic Charities.
It was real happy feeling, because I knew he was finally going to be put into a home, and you know, because he was in foster care for 4 months, and so finally he was going to be in a home, growing, and you know, like getting attached to them. So that was good, you know, he was going to be stable, but it was hard because there was no going back after that.
They really need to think about what's best for the baby and not what they want, because it really isn't about what they want, because the baby can't make decisions. I mean, she can't say what she wants, or he can't say what he wants or what he would rather have. So that's something that they have to think about, because the baby can't make that decision.
At Catholic Charities, adoption has been part of our work since the very beginning in 1943. We are experienced, And we believe every child has the right to the love, protection, and care provided by a capable, healthy family.